The Central Valley of the state of California has a major impact on the nation's produce. What's interesting is many of the farm workers who grow our food cannot even drink the water in their own homes. Now we continue with our Contaminated Water Series, and we bring in RT correspondent Natasha Sweet as she goes into the Central Valley to see what is exactly happening to their water supply.
A good portion of the nation's produce, nuts, and dairy products originate here in California's Central Valley. So it begs the question as to why more than half of the failing water systems are located right here. Carolina Garcia has lived in Tombstone, California for the past 10 years. Garcia's home, like the others in Tombstone, rely on domestic wells. After hers dried up, she couldn't use the tap water since it's contaminated. Recent water tests reveal levels of nitrate and other harmful toxins, and all chemicals measured being above the maximum contaminant level. While some residents are now receiving water deliveries from the government, Tombstone is not alone in this fight for clean water. This is a statewide issue. Here at Stone Corral Elementary School, century-old pipes are contaminating the tap water with soil and bacteria. This elementary school houses children who are still developing for much of the day. Whether through sprinklers or other means, they are heavily exposed to this contaminated water. These conditions resemble a developing world, not the richest state in the nation. According to the California State Water Resources Control Board, more than 300 public water systems in California serve unsafe drinking water. More than half of those systems are in the San Joaquin Valley. Just off State Route 99, you can see farmland is the heart of the valley, producing much of the nation's food. Close to 90% of the globe's almonds are harvested in the Central Valley alone. It's also famous for producing more citrus than Florida, more dairy than Wisconsin, as well as grapes, walnuts, pistachios, prunes, peaches, and cattle.
It's very likely that every single day, every American is eating something that originates within a 50-mile radius of where I stand right now.
Ryan Jacobson, a fourth-generation farmer, says clean water for all residents in the area is paramount for their industry. You guys struggle with the amount of water that you need to use for the farms, and then some people don't even have clean drinking water.
That's absolutely unacceptable. Agriculture's been at the table trying to solve those issues. It's very, very critically important for us because these are people that are typically a part of our industry, a critical component of both working in the fields as well as just folks that are, dependent upon the local economy there in agriculture.
And while farmers want to make a difference, Jacobson says that politics can interfere with water management in finding an actual solution. Recently, Governor Gavin Newsom has proposed implementing a $140 million tax. The way he sees it, that money could pay for the needed water infrastructure in rural areas. But the idea is receiving a ton of backlash in the already heavily taxed state. Cindy Tuck with the Association of California Water Agencies says, "We think it doesn't make sense to tax a resource that is essential." Jacobson says it's vital for farmers to find a new source of water. As it stands right now, some farmers have no choice but to overpump groundwater. According to a study published in Nature Communications, overpumping can lead to arsenic concentrations in the water.
With less groundwater, some of those pollutants actually are obviously stronger because there's less water to dilute it.
Whether it's old pipes, overpumping groundwater, or chemical fertilizers, nitrate and other contaminants have serious consequences. Several studies have linked an increased risk of infant death to nitrate. High levels are also linked to an elevated risk of cancer in adults. And while the Central Valley has some of the most sophisticated and innovative technology to conserve water, farmers say they're still struggling to keep things afloat. Jacobson says the vast increase in population alone is straining the system.
This was all built for a state population of about 20 million Californians. We are now to 40 million Californians.
And while Governor Gavin Newsom hopes taxing California residents will help curb their water usage, farmers are looking for solutions elsewhere. But they know the future of their farms depends on clean flowing water, not only for the health of their farms, but for the community as well. In Fresno, Natasha Sweet, RT.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.